Hey everybody, Frugal Farmer here. Sorry about the noise, but I'm near a highway and this car brought back a bunch of memories. There was a lady, I want to change her name. I think she was in her 90s and she was still driving. Well, if you saw her coming down the road, she was prone to take up both sides of the road. So most time we were little, we were prepared to hang on because we'd turn, take a left or a right, however we had to do to get out of her way. Well, her son, and she was a good lady, don't get me wrong, she was just kind of past her driving age, and maybe I'm past mine, who knows. But when I was young, we had a set of rules we operated by when we drove. You did not pass anybody you knew. If somebody you knew needed assistance, you stopped and gave it. And back in the day, my daddy even picked up hitchhikers, only military though, because he hitchhiked a lot when he was in the Navy. And we'd pick up guys we knew. One time we even picked up a friend of the family. He was about 3 hours from home, and my dad was the one who recognized him. We picked him up, carried him to his house, dropped him off, and went on home. But anyway, back to my story. This lady, we'll just call her Miss Daisy because she was driving us crazy. She had probably the first car she ever owned, and she kept it in tip-top shape. She'd have it cleaned, and she stayed right near the mechanic. They'd walk over there and get it, change the oil and tune it up, whatever. But it was jet black. Well, she'd been in all kind of bumps and thumps, but this thing was a tank, so I don't know that she really hurt it all that much. But the police really didn't want to, get involved in it because her son had a bunch of connections that you didn't want to fool around with. And she drove right up till finally, I think they told her something was wrong with her car and she didn't want to get another one, and I think they disabled it. But there was all kinds of different rules. A friend of our family's, I happened to run up on her and she had lost her car keys, which she'd done that hundreds of times. Well, I got her in my vehicle and she said, well, I got to run some errands. Do you mind? And I didn't mind. She's a sweet lady and just loved her to death. So we went all over the place. I was running errands with her. So she said, we got to pick up plates for supper. One of the local clubs was having plate sales. So we went there, got plates. She even got me a plate and carried it in, and I had to eat her. But I was telling you about the etiquette. The folks were strict on that. You help people out if you could. If you felt safe. If you didn't feel safe, of course, nobody was doing stuff like that back then. I imagine they were, but I never knew of anything like that. And then there was a situation where a military guy had hitchhiked and stolen these people's vehicles or something. We never picked up any more military people after that. But that was a long time ago. Thanks for stopping by. Come back again when you will. Share, comment, like, hit that subscribe button. God bless.